So today uh, we are going to discuss drive system. So this is uh, it is a heart of any automobile. So in the drive system, what happens means so we can transmit power from engine to the wheels. Okay. So so here transmitting of power from engine to wheels we can transmit by various ways. Directly we can transmit the power to the front wheels, then we can call it as a front wheel drive. If you're able to transmit the engine power to the uh, back wheels, that is called rear wheel drive. Or if you transmit the power to the all the four wheels, then we can call it as a four wheel drive or all wheel drive. Like this, there are three types of drive systems are available. Okay, and so different vehicles have different drive system, and it depends upon the type of the vehicle. We have to choose what kind of drive system we should adopt for particular vehicle. So here proper drive systems plays very important for a good grip of the vehicle to the ground to enable smooth handling and better efficiency of the vehicle. So here, so the drive systems are classified as three types: rear wheel drive, front wheel drive and four wheel drive. So here from drive system to drive system, the grip, the road grip may vary. Okay, efficiency may vary, and fuel economy also it may vary. Like this, and this drive system, suppose if you take rear wheel drive, so rear wheel drive is better for okay heavy vehicles. And here in the rear wheel drive, we find good grip. Coming to the front wheel drive, in front wheel drive, this is preferred only for small vehicles, especially for cars. Okay. And in case of front wheel drive, we find better fuel efficiency and better economy also. Coming to the four wheel drive, this four wheel drive generally military vehicles and off road vehicles generally preferred four wheel drive. Like that. So there will be some advantages and disadvantages for every drive. So first we'll discuss rear wheel drive. In case of a rear wheel drive, directly from the engine, the power is transmitted to the rear wheels through propeller shaft. So this is a propeller shaft connected to the universal joint. And in rear axial, so rear axial, okay. So these two wheels are connected by a axial, and this we can call it as a two off axles. It's not a continuous axial. It's not a continuous shaft. So from center there is one shaft, and from right side, from left side one shaft, from right side one shaft. In between or center of this axial shaft, there will be a component called differential. Using this differential gearbox, we can call it as a differential gearbox. Okay, using this differential, we can supply the power to the rear wheels. And generally, we can since it is called as a differential gearbox, it's a differential. So why we are calling it a differential means, so this differential provides different speeds to the different these two wheels. This differential provides different speeds to this two wheels. When the vehicle is going straight, so this differential supplies same speed to these two wheels. Okay. When the vehicle is going straight, this differential supplies the same speed. When this vehicle is making turn, when the vehicle is making left turn, okay, this left wheel speed reduces. Or when the vehicle is making right turn, this right wheel speed reduces. Like this, with the help of this differential, okay, So it provides different speeds. Okay. So how it provides different speeds, we'll see. So this differential gearbox, it consists of, so it is connected by a propeller shaft. Okay, propeller shaft and this in differential gearbox, this input shaft is called as a pinion shaft. Okay, the pinion shaft and the propeller shaft is connected by a universal joint. This pinion shaft and propeller shaft is connected by a universal joint. So since it is connected, when propeller shaft rotates, pinion shaft also rotates. And in this differential gearbox, so this pinion shaft rotates over a bigger gear. This is called as a ring gear. Okay, this we can call it as a ring gear. So when pinion shaft rotates means this rotates the ring gear. Okay, and ring gear again, top and bottom of this ring gear, there will be another two gears are attached. This is called as these are called as spider gears. These are called as spider gears. Here it is not shown. So this is one spider gear and this is one spider gear. And these axials, two axials are connected to these two gears. That is axial shaft side gears. Here one side gear and here one side gear. Like this, center there are four gears. Okay, sometimes these gears are called as a sun gears also. Okay, so when the vehicle is moving straight, what happens means, okay, so this pinion shaft rotates and again it rotates the ring gear. Okay, this ring gear, it rotates this two shafts, two gears, two shafts with same speed. Or if the vehicle is making turn means, what happens means this ring gear and spider gear rotation provides different speeds to this axials. Like this, one side the speed reduces, other side the speed increases. Like this, since this mechanism is providing different speeds to these two different wheels, this is called as a differential gearbox. Okay, like this, the rear wheel drive mechanism consists of this differential gearbox. So so with this component only we can provide this rear wheel drive. So if you observe, the power has to be transmitted effectively by the propeller shaft from front to the rear. So here the transmitting torque, two off shafts axles are connected to rear wheels at 90 degrees to the propeller shaft. So the angle between the propeller shaft and this axials, this rear axial is 90 degrees. The pair of gears which are used to transmitting torque is called as final drive or axial drive. The driving gear of the final drive is called pinion, and the driven gear is called as crown gear or ring gear. Okay, so this bigger gear, so we can call it as ring gear or crown gear. So this crown gear is very important to transmit the power from engine to this axials. The pinion is driven by the propeller shaft and the crown wheel drives the two off shafts through differential. The diameter of the pinion is small than crown wheel. So therefore the driven wheels rotate with lower speed than the propeller shaft. So since it is rotating with lower speed, it increases the torque at the driving wheels. So these are the main salient features of the rear wheel drive. So generally one advantage is there for rear wheel drive. In case of rear wheel drive, better turning of the vehicle is possible. In case of rear wheel drive, the better turning of the vehicle is possible and better grip will be there, but moderately this better efficiency also, moderate efficiency we find, but we'll have better road grip in case of rear wheel drive, better turning. That means with small in smaller roads also we can easily turn the vehicle. That's why generally for heavy trucks and all these things, they are using rear wheel drive. So the functions of the rear wheel drive, it transmits the drive through 90 degrees, transmits torque from the propeller shaft to the off axial shafts. It provides permanent speed reduction and a torque increases. Okay. So suppose in case of a passenger cars, if you start using this speed reduction ratio is 3.5:1. That means if the propeller shaft speed is 3.5, so the back this so that 3.5 is reduced to the 1 in case of passenger cars for back wheel. So this ratio, it varies from 3.5:1 to 6:1. In case of commercial vehicles, the speed reduction ratio in rear wheel drive is 12:1. So why the speed reduction we are doing is to increase the torque. The speed reduction ratio is called as a differential ratio or axial ratio. So rear wheel drive, so front side there will be engine is there and the differential mechanism is there on the back side. So due to this, it will have better stability. Okay. Suppose if it is in front wheel drive, means entire weight is on the front side. But here some weight is added in the back side. That's why due to this weight distribution, it had better stability, better handling in dry conditions, less costly and easier maintenance. Even weight distribution is better. And a disadvantage is more difficult to provide because here there will be a very complicated mechanism, decreased interior space. Since it occupies more space in the chassis, so some interior space may reduce and increased weight because since here there are so many gates, that is another weight addition. It increases the weight of the vehicle also. Coming to this second drive system is called front wheel drive. Most of the cars we find only front wheel drive. In most of the cars we find front wheel drive. That means here, so from the engine directly the power is transmitted to the front wheels. So from the engine the power is transmitted directly to the front wheels. Okay, through with the help of the drive shaft. These two shafts are called as drive shafts. So this is the engine. Engine is connected to the gearbox. Gearbox is connected to the directly to the drive shaft. Like this, the entire mechanism you have to provide it in the front portion of the vehicle. But so in case of front wheel drive, okay, generally we use for cars and minivans. And due to this front wheel drive, the cost of the engine, the cost of the vehicle can be reduced. The vehicle which is having the front wheel drive does not have any conventional transmission systems. Here the power is transmitted from the engine to the axles through clutch, gear and clutch and gear and drive shaft. Okay. This transaxial unit is a major mechanical component that combines functionality of the transmission, the differential and the associated components of the driven into the integrated assembly. So in case of a front wheel, so this black portion, it indicates the engine, and this yellow portion, it indicates this gearbox and drive shaft mechanism. Okay. And here the power is generated in front side of the engine, and the same power is transmitted to the wheels through the drive shafts. Okay. So advantages is, so interior space is increased because the entire mechanism is in the front side bonnet. So the boot space, we can call it the boot space, can be more in case of front wheel drive. Weight is less. Why weight is less means there is no propeller shaft. So there is no differential gearbox. Okay, so there are no axials. So since by elimination of these all the components, weight of the vehicle can be reduced. Cost is less and better mileage. So front wheel drive cost will be less, and the fuel efficiency will be more than compared to other two drives. But disadvantage is the center of gravity is not exactly positioned because the entire weight is placed in this front portion. That's why the center of gravity of the vehicle is typically further forwarded. Okay, steering can be a problem on the front wheel drives due to this high torque, and so in front wheel drive for turning it takes more diameter than compared to the rear wheel drive. There is a third one, we can call it a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. In four-wheel drive, okay, so the power is transmitted to the front wheel as well as back wheel. Like this, for all the wheels, we transmit the power. So why you have to try? What is the use of this transmitting power to all the wheels? Means if you transmit power to all the wheels, okay, so it will have better grip, and better turning is possible in case of four-wheel drives. Okay, so how much power we have to transmit to the front wheel, how much power we have to transmit to the back wheel means here. So 35% of the power is transmitted to the front wheel, and more power, 65% of the power is transmitted to the back wheel. Okay, through different gear mechanisms. So generally military vehicles and off-road vehicles, that means vehicles we are using in fields, agricultures, all the cases, and forests are provided with four-wheel drive. So if you observe the feature, silent features, four-wheel drive, we can call it a 4WD or AWD. AWD means all-wheel drive, is a form of drivetrain which is capable of providing power to all the wheels simultaneously. Here power is distributed to the front and rear axles through the transmission system. So in this case, two differentials. In case of rear wheel drive, only one differential gearbox we have used, but here in this case, we have to use two differentials gearboxes. One is at front side, another one is at back side. So the advantage of that four-wheel drive can operate simultaneously to improve the traction and handling. Okay, it had better traction. Better traction means, so it had better road grip. It can pull heavy loads, and turning also with a very small radius, it can turn very easily. Like this, it had many advantages, but the only disadvantage is fuel economy is very less. In case of a four-wheel drive, fuel economy is very less. So that is the disadvantage. At the same time, the cost of the four-wheel drive is very costly. Okay, that's why the passenger cars, it is not preferred. Only some special purpose vehicles and military vehicles only the four-wheel drive we are using. Okay, so this is about the drive systems. So today we have discussed the drive systems. Drive systems are basically classified as, drive system means it is a system which transmit power from engine to the wheels. How we can transmit? With the help of a drive shaft and a differential gearbox. So these drive systems are basically classified into three types: rear wheel drive, front wheel drive, and four wheel drive. In case of rear wheel drive, we use a differential gearbox. This differential gearbox, it consists of so many gears. What are the gears means? Pinion gear, ring gear or crown gear, spider gear, side gears. Okay, like this, it is a combination of so many gears. Okay, so why it is called as a differential gearbox means this differential gearbox provides different speeds to these two wheels. Okay, since it provides different speeds to the two wheels, that's why it's called as a differential gearbox. Okay, so already we have discussed the mechanism. And similarly, a front wheel drive. So directly from the engine, the power is transmitted to the front. Okay, so it occupies very less space. The mechanism is very simple. Okay, but it had a disadvantage means for turning it takes more radius. For turning it takes more radius, but the cost is less and efficiency, fuel efficiency will be more for front wheel drive. That's why most of the cars we use front wheel drive only. And all wheel drive. So in case of all wheel drive, the power is transmitted to the front wheel as well as back wheels with the help of some differential gearbox mechanisms. And for front wheel, we have to transmit 35% of the power and 65% of the power is transmitted to the rear wheel. So in this case also, with a very small diameter, we can easily turn the vehicle. Fuel efficiency is very less and it is very costly. Only for special purpose, we use four-wheel drive. Example, military vehicles. Okay. So with this, uh, the the basic mechanisms of automobile engineering we have completed first unit. Next from next class onwards, we will start second unit. Okay. Recording start చేసి